This is Feed Your Mind. And so groupthink is not what you were told. And the reason why is because, well, we can start back with the experiments on water, because we saw how your mind can affect water, and it's based on hate and love type energies. And so we see that your feelings are very powerful. And when we did our conscious research, we explained how feelings is the origin of thought. In the beginning was feeling. Feeling is what forms thoughts. So it's the language of the soul. Feelings are the language of the soul. So it's a very strong energy when you feel happy or sad, and you're in control of how you feel. You can change your feelings. And if you're feeling sad, you can turn that around and think good thoughts and attempt to make yourself feel happy. And that should help affect things around you with your energy, because you don't want to walk around being sad and angry and mad and stuff, because that energy brings the wrong things. So when we multiply that with group think, now we have more power, because we're seeing how just you alone with your feelings affects things. So when you add to that, think like the home team advantage, where a sports team is playing at a home stadium and the crowd is cheering them on. That's part of what groupthink, that's part of the power of groupthink, where we can see the energy multiply, and that can even affect the players and help them play better. Also, if you're going to think about it this way with religious organizations, we can see how we can all come together, and when people are praising the Creator, that is an energy you can feel, and it's almost like a healing energy. I've experienced this before. And then another example would be like a concert, where you can feel the energy of a concert and see the crowd and how they come together to celebrate music. And that's a whole different energy, and that could lead to bad things sometimes, or depending on the concert, good things. But sometimes the energy of a club, if you're partying, the whatever music they're playing, it can affect the energy of that whole environment and the whole situation. So you see, groupthink is really not what we were told, and I believe that they have been guiding our thoughts. That's why they want to control our thoughts, is because our groupthink is so powerful, and they know this. So they don't really want us to know this stuff. They actually use that type of stuff against us when they get people scared about everything on the news. They'll have this new report and everyone believes it, and they don't question it, and they're just afraid, and they're like, that can affect the world. They can almost manifest what they're afraid of in the world, and hopefully it's not just limited. Well, hopefully what they're manifesting doesn't spread out to the real world and affect people that are innocent. You would hope that it would just affect them, but that's not always the case. If everyone believes in something, they could almost make that thing happen, what they're believing in. It's almost like magic. It's pretty much a form of magic, I would say, because I haven't studied magic like that, but I have caught some clues when I've watched some movies before on how a lot of times it looks like they practice the same thing, where they have intention and their thoughts. They know how powerful that type of stuff is. I've saw that like on The Craft. I think there was a movie called The Craft or something with those girls, and I've watched that, and I saw like some of these concepts are being used, but that doesn't make it demonic practice. Just because they use this type of information it's just what it is. Your thoughts and mind is very powerful. It's group think. It's a real thing. And your intention of how you use it, that's really up to you. But it doesn't belong to any particular group, or it doesn't belong to magicians or religious people or anything, or concert goers or sports stadiums. It doesn't belong to any of them. It's just a thing that's real. It's an actual tool that you can use, and when two or more are gathered, like the Bible says, there you will find the Creator. I'm paraphrasing, but that's the premise of what we're discussing. Is it's an actual thing. And so this is why they want to control people's thoughts in the media, in the music, in the movies. Because if they can get the general public to have a particular thought, that can help steer their goals and their agenda for humanity. And the ultimate goal they're looking for is to use this against us in a way where they are trying to form this one world control system. And so they want to, I'll just say it, government. I don't like to say that word too much, but a one world government, where we know government means to govern, which is to control your ment, which is your mind or your mental. So when they are trying to form this, they want to collect the whole world into a common thought process and have control over everyone's thoughts in that way. They already started with the school system, which is to indoctrinate your thoughts and to get into your mind. And then before that, you got preschool, and you got Sesame Street and cartoons, and then high school, and then news as you grow up. So they want to, the whole time they are trying to control your mind and your thoughts, because groupthink is very, very powerful. Even in the Bible, we saw when they came together for the Tower of Babel. And so with the Tower of Babel, they were being guided by an evil person in the Bible called Nimrod, I believe it was, who wanted to gather the minds and thoughts of people to build a tower to the heavens to go against the Creator. So that's why the Creator had to dismantle the groups and change their languages. And I even had a theory that this might have been at a time of Pangea, where all the continents might have been together. And then he might have separated the continents at that time as well. We might get into a video about that at another time, so stay tuned about Pangea, and really dig into that type of information and see what we can figure out. But, that's a possibility. And so we see how the Creator took that very serious when they were trying to form a group to go against the Creator. That's how strong groupthink is, where they came together and it altered, if it required an intervention from the Creator to stop what was happening, because the group think was so powerful that they were ready to go against the Creator with that type of energy and that type of power that it holds. So the power can be used for good or bad. But remember, the laws of the universe are always here, where if you are going to use the power for bad, then the universe will deal with that situation anyways, because what you put out, the energy you put out, is said to come back around. So that's why a lot of times they want your consent and stuff with a lot of things. They want your agreement, because they know that that's if you don't agree to it, that stuff can come back around if it's a negative thing. But if you agree to it, then they feel like they're in the clear. So if you come together for the good, you'll probably have that same energy come back around to you, where a lot of good things can start happening. So you can build on the good. We have free will, and you would think people would understand that the good energy is the way to go. Obviously, it's like a obvious choice there, you would think. So anyways, this was my take on groupthink and how groupthink is not what we were told, because it's a very powerful tool that they really don't want us to start understanding. So thank you for tuning in. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts about everything we covered in this video. I'm going to leave a link if you want to do more research related to this topic. I'm also going to leave links if you would like to subscribe to my other channels or my free email newsletters or my social media. If you would like to support this channel, you can donate as little as $1. I'll leave a link in the comment section and the description box. I also have a join membership button here on YouTube. Your support's going to help me get out much more documentary style videos. Plus, we must stay listener supported to keep Feed Your Mind online, because they try to suppress this type of content. So thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. This has been Feed Your Mind signing off.